Alright, this could be interesting to take a look at. This happens to be on Google Earth, and these are very interesting designs and patterns. And I don't think this is the pattern of just random accidental debris falling around and draining and so forth. This is a biological feature of some sort. And the structures are, they'll say, oh, that's just erosion and so forth. I don't think so. And I think the chemicals here are ferrous oxides that are red blood. And I think it can be tested, and I guarantee you that, well, can't guarantee you, but I would have very highly suspect that there'll actually be DNA very easily extracted from depths inside of these biological red areas, because they are, they call it chelation. It's a metal complex that contains hemoglobins, and the hemoglobins contain DNA, and you can extract the DNA, which we have, from the mud fossils, and we have giants that are mud fossil giants, and this is a biological feature of some sort, and I don't know how to put my finger on it, but I don't see that as something that just popped up from nowhere and then turned with red blood all over it, and I'm pretty sure this is either an arterial opening or some form of a vascular opening. And the Earth is alive. I mean, it is alive, and I have a lot of evidence to prove that. So I think we should take a look at things a little bit differently. Now, that spot I was just showing you is right here, you see it? Now I'm going to back right out of here. You see all over the world, if you see these red spots, over here there's a dragon. This is a dragon in Morocco, and it's 900 miles long. That's his head, and it goes all the way back to the tip of his tail. And there's no question of what this thing is. I have a video on it, and it runs right down, and this is his dragon's tail right there. That's a dragon's tail. And it runs down here, you see that? And the scales are lapping over and over and over and over, just like they say and it's a dragon's tail. And it comes all the way down to the end, and then it flares out just the way dragon tails flare. I mean, just what it does. And then on the other end, it comes all the way down here. This is his back, and it runs down. And this is where it mixes, I believe, right down in here, where they mix the stuff to blow out his throat. And if you go down here and follow his throat all the way up from this mixing chamber here, I think this is where it mixes, and it pinches between this stuff over here and this, and it squirts it right up this tube. And if you follow, and if you look at that tube is a dragon's neck, you know. I mean, that's not normal for and I study rocks, so I can tell you. And if you follow this all the way down, you can see these are dragon scales. And if you follow that all the way down through that tube, it runs all the way up to his head. And see all this? There's his head right there. There's his mouth, and there's where his head flares off, and there's his eye or a dot, whatever that. This is that fluty looking stuff that you see on dragons. They run down, and here's all the flary looking stuff on the back. See it fluting out like all this? That's him. This is this guy. Look, flutes. This is his body. And it comes all the way down. It's 900 miles long. And it comes, this is his legs. And this is his tail, and his back comes down here. I've looked it over extremely well, and there's virtually no question that's what it is. So anyway, it's 900 miles long, and it says in the ancient text a behemoth was 900 miles long, and it was in ancient Libya. And Morocco is ancient Libya. So all I can tell you is that's what I see.